Thank you for joining me, my beautiful people. This is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is our soul journey reading for the next 30 days, and this is for our Virgos. Remember, if you did not watch the short, please go back to that on Monday. On Saturdays, we do our longer deep dive soul journey. This week they are going to be earlier though. And then on Sundays, if you want to learn about your person's feelings and thoughts, we do a you versus them on Sundays, okay? So while I was meditating, I was hearing the song, I could fall in love with you, baby. And I know it's not right, and I guess we should try. And I could sing that song continuously because it was coming through so clearly. And so that might be something that will resonate with one or both of you. So basically this is going to be the divine feminine energy. This is the divine masculine energy. And from this juncture onward, this is mostly for soul twin connections, okay? So the common vernacular, I guess, is twin flame. However, if you are a soul mate or a soul tribe, you may resonate with this as well. Welcome, you know, more the merrier, and see what resonates with you. But we will be reading for divine feminine energy here, divine masculine energy here. Remember, it is two energies that are in the same soul but in different bodies. And remember to take gender as it resonates. If you are in a soul mate or soul tribe and you are here for more guidance about your relationship, the masculine and feminine energy is your own energy combined together, and this is within your own body. So if you're a cross watcher who's in a soul tribe, this is going to give you information about your Virgo, or if you're in a soulmate relationship. Remember that a soul tribe and a soul twin, a lot of times they do have karma, drama, past life history that they're working through, cycles. But soulmate connections really do feel very peaceful most of the time. There's a little bit of up and down, but there's a lot of steady water there. So don't force things if they don't resonate for you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into this. What we were pulling earlier for my Virgos had to do with the Ace of Pentacles and Two of Cups for my masculines, the divine masculine. And so this was all about a new beginning in earthly commitments, in earthly structures, and it's all about the partnership between you and your person. And so the Virgos, divine masculines, are feeling kind of ready to go, but let's see what the next 30 days holds. The divine feminines are confused. They're a bit confused. They might be confused because of the soul journey itself might be lending itself to confusion, because the journey spiritually and spiritually awakening can be a very, it can be very painful, and it can be very confusing. And this is our card all about what's real and what's an illusion. And so the divine feminine is trying to sort that out. We also have, you know, she's about what's clear, what's true, and direct communication. But there are cycles in her mind, old belief systems that she's having to break that can keep you stuck. And so you need to be willing to challenge and rewrite them. That's what our blockage is. And that's what's causing this confusion, because there's old stories and old beliefs that are getting in the way of her spiritual awakening. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper for our Virgos. And we're gonna go ahead and draw for our feminine and masculine energies. So our soul twins often go through cycles of union and separation, When they come together, they're basically checking each other out again to see if the work is done or if more work needs to be done. And the work takes a long time to do, so inevitably you'll go into another cycle of separation, and it'll feel very painful. A lot of these cycles are quite painful, but eventually it does get a lot easier. And so let's go ahead and see what's going on with our divine masculine and feminine. So our first question, of course, has to do with our third energy. So let's see what's going on with our third energy. Our third energy has to do with the energy that's created when divine masculine and feminine come together. They create a third energy to raise the vibration of the collective as a whole, mostly of all the people around them, to bring everyone into higher consciousness, a higher spiritual awakening. So the energy coming from the masculine has to do with new chapters. It has to do with being able to get through those waves and storms of life with calm, with being able to let go of the things from the past and move forward. And the feminine energy is very much in the connectivity, the choices of love, releasing of fear and going toward love. And also connection, very much about a soul connection, connecting to your soul within and to the soul of other people. And so for her, the divine masculine is that soul connection. And so with these two energies together, this is very much an energy of love coming together and conquering all. This is the vibration that I'm feeling from this, and love being able to calm the waters, and a true partnership being something that is not necessarily something we've seen before. A lot of relationships, a lot of templates that we have to look at are riddled with, karma and troubles and drama, and they cause more damage. And so this is all about a relationship that can be very healthy, that can be loving, that can be calm, that can be moving forward past all of the troubles and learning the lessons and not taking them with you. So this is the energy coming out of our Virgo soul twins and the energy that they're developing for the collective. Let's go ahead and dive into why above energy. Why did we get this energy for our divine masculines above? We do have judgment. So it's all about releasing the templates from before, having new paradigm shifts, focusing on the spiritual aspects of life, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. And so the reason the masculine is very focused on the partnership and new beginnings is because the masculine is ready to let all that go. And so we see that energy here as well, where it is basically confirming that these are your lessons, masculine, for the next 30 days. The lessons that you're getting have everything to do with forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, compassion, and to just dying to the old self, which also feeds into the energy, the third energy that we have here, which is all about moving forward into smoother waters. Of course, this is also about uncertainty. You don't know what's coming next, but you're going there anyway. And you're being brave, and you are going in with love into the uncertainty rather than fear. And so that's a really beautiful energy. What do we get for our divine females, our divine feminine? We do get a sense of why are we having this energy above here? So this has to do with new beginnings in your soul, new beginnings in your spirit, in your motivation, your purpose, understanding your soul's purpose. And so this is the reason why you're going through what you're going through over the next 30 days. And so there might be a lot of confusion because you're trying to figure out, is this right? Is it not? Is this real? Is it not? And the spiritual awakening is kind of like a hammer to a nut, cracking and cracking as more light gets in. And it can get very confusing. And so understandably, the feminine is having confusion, which is interesting because a lot of times the masculine has a harder time with it. But with the Virgos, it does look like our feminine is having a harder time with it. We do have the Ace of Wands. So this is all about those purposes with your soul. This is our lightest energy, the energy closest to heaven. And so these lessons you're going through are all about connecting you to your higher purpose, connecting you back to your soul's path so that you don't have confusion in it anymore, so that you can communicate clearly with yourself and with your partner and with other people about the things that feel very connected to you and feel like they speak true to you, because the swords is all about that truth. So this is about connecting back to your soul's truth. That's what this is. So let's go ahead and dive deeper. What is on the mind of our masculine for the next 30 days? Remember, this is for the next 30 days. We have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is, of course, our card of commitments. It's on our earthly structures. Not surprising, since our masculine has our Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups here. This masculine wants to solidify things in the earthly realm with his feminine. He is ready to get those commitments going. They're very heavy on his mind. Let's go ahead and see what we have in the Divine Feminine. Okay, we do get the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all about a sense of equal give and take. What's on the feminine's mind is a sense of inequality and a sense of things not being equal. And so there is the feminine is trying to understand that sense of being able to equally give and take back and forth with the masculine. Maybe she doesn't feel prepared to do it. Maybe she isn't sure if she's capable of it just yet. This is an energy where this is a humbling energy, because in the upright, it can be prideful, it can be breadcrumbing, you know, but in the inverse, this is all about being humble. And so she is getting into her energy of humbling herself to source, to soul, to the divine creator, which, by the way, thank you, divine creator, for channeling guidance. And so she is humbling herself to this journey. And she's trying to understand what it's for. She's trying to understand that give and take between her and her masculine, and how this energy is flowing back and forth, back and forth. So let's go ahead and see what's on the heart space of our divine masculine. All right, so the divine masculine is also wondering about the truth in things. He is connected to the feminine, so he's wondering about her truth. Of course, she has her sword up here in her current energy, and so he's trying to connect to that sword. He's trying to connect to her truth and understand what that truth is, because she's very confused about what's real and what isn't, what's true and what is fake. And he is also trying to understand her side of what is true. He's open to understanding that. So in his heart, he is wanting to see the truth of her point of view, whether he understands it or not. Let's go ahead and see the feminine's side of the energy. We do have in our heart space, okay, two want to come out. So in the heart space for our, let's see, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are on, yeah, we're on her mind space. Sorry, not her heart space. Because we did our third energy, we did our energy above, and our cleansing. Yeah, so this is her mind space, sorry. So on her mind, we do have the moon and the Two of Swords. So she isn't really sure. Again, she has a sense of confusion. We see this in her current energy, and this is also in her mind energy. This is also a card of confusion around the purposes, her emotions, the secret part of her that's hidden. She's not tapped into herself yet. She's trying to be humble about it, and she's learning her lessons to get connected to herself and source, but there's confusion around it, and she's just not tapped into it. The secret parts of herself, her intuition, her energetic connection to you is not unveiled to her yet. And she has a sense of, I'm not really sure what his intention is. I'm not really sure what the intention of this energy is. I can feel two ways about it. I don't know how to make up my mind about how to think of this connection. So let's go ahead and look at the heart space. So we are on the heart space, and we do get the Four of Cups in inverse. So in the upright, of course, this is missing out on things, withdrawing, ignoring things passing you by. So in this direction, in the heart space, this is for the masculine. This is all about grabbing the bull by the horns, taking life as it comes, acknowledging things. And so again, this is a really positive energy coming from the masculine side. Let's go ahead and look at the feminine side. In her heart space, we do have the Ace of Swords. She wants truth in this matter. We can see she's got swords here. She has swords here, and she has swords again. She has a lot of energy about communication of the truth, clarity around the matter. She wants a new beginning in terms of what the truth is. So maybe you felt like she lied to you and or she deceived you, or maybe you're just not clear on what her side of the truth is, and she wants this connection to be open to that truth the way that she sees it, and she needs you to be able to see that in her. Let's go ahead and look at our hidden. So what is the divine masculine hiding from the feminine? He is hiding the fact that he sees the feminine as his queen. He wants those, he sees her as the nurturer, the mother, take gender as it resonates, but he wants a commitment with her. He sees her as his everything. He can see her as his wife. This is a very wifey energy. And so this is what he is, hoping for. These are his hopes. And so let's go ahead and see what the hopes are for our battery. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so for our divine feminine, we do get the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups has to do with all of her hopes as well. And she's hoping to be able to reunite, to have a reunion. This is our reunion card. And this is also very connected to our fears. Our hopes and our fears are often connected together and flipped energy. And so there's also maybe a sense of fearing that this connection or reunion won't occur. So this will resonate for many of you that are in separation currently. For those of you that are in union, this has a lot to do with hoping to connect on a deeper level, talk about your histories, the connection that you guys have. It does transcend time. It's not just about the history you share in this life. It is also about the history you share from previous lives. And she may feel that. She feels very connected to you. But this isn't her hope energy. So she has a sense of wanting that to make sense to you. Maybe there's something going on within her, I'm feeling, that doesn't make rational sense to her. She's trying to make rational sense of it with the swords energy, but it doesn't make rational sense. That's the problem. And so she's confused, and she's hoping you can understand that side of her that she's feeling. So we're going to go ahead and pull for fears. So we do get the Magician in the reverse. So the masculine is fearing that they are not going to be able to manage this connection, make this connection happen, make the magic happen, so to speak. There is a fear of that in your masculine's fear space. Let's see what the divine feminine's fears are. So the Four of Pentacles, she may fear that she can't hold on to this. She might have control or possessive issues. She might feel very jealous about things, and she has a sense of fearing that she might be holding on too tightly to something that will slip through her fingers. She fears maybe that she won't be able to control you, or control more so the relationship. Basically, this stems from fear of abandonment. So she fears that she will be abandoned and she won't be able to keep you in place with her. So let's go ahead and see what is hidden from you. The Nine of Swords is hidden from the masculine. So this has to do with stress, and this has to do with worry and anxiety. So we did get this with the Capricorns as well. The masculine is hiding their stress and worry from the feminine. They don't want the feminine to know that they have a lot of stress and worries on their mind and a lot of things going on. So they may be hiding all their woes from you. And divine feminine, what we get from the divine feminine is our King of Wands. So the feminine is hiding, I think this was the exact order that the Capricorns had, and exactly in their hidden space. That is so peculiar. Okay, so the feminines have the King of Wands also in their hidden space. So they're hiding from the masculines the fact that they are trying to get into their maturity with their spirituality. They're trying to get into the maturity in terms of aligning their mind and heart in terms of understanding the material realm and the spiritual realm. They're coming into their power, they're coming into their own, they're trying to have a sense of structure and also a sense of freedom within that structure, which is very difficult to do, especially on this journey. But they're hiding their maturity from you. So they may be more mature than the masculine sees, or they may be growing through a maturation process and they don't want to reveal this process of maturation to their masculine. But the feminines are going through their own spiritual awakening. Let's go ahead and see what's in the way of the connection. Okay, so we do get a sense. All right, I had to tend to my cat. Okay, so we do get a sense of a 9 of Pentacles for our divine masculine. So this is what's in the way of the connection. So what is in the way of the connection? This is a card of harvesting the hard work, the fruits of your labor. It's feeling good enough. And so in terms of what's in the way of the connection of this is, you might not be ready to harvest just yet. You guys might not be ready to just get the fruits of your hard work yet. The both of you have been through a lot, but it might just not be time to pick those grapes off of the vines just yet. So let's go ahead and see what is in the way of the connection for the divine feminine. We do have our Knight of Wands. So very interesting. What's hidden from the masculine is that King of Wands. It's that maturation process. And what's in the way of the connection is the beginnings of that process of spiritually awakening, spiritually maturing, and fully connecting to your spiritual awakening. So the feminine, what is in the way right now is that she is going through a tumultuous time spiritually, because she is in her stages. She's not in the beginning stages. She's in the later stages, but it's not mature yet. And so these stages that both sides go through can cause a lot of upheaval and a lot of confusion. And so she's trying to make heads or tails of things right now. And so this is her spiritual maturation hasn't fully processed yet. And so that's in the way currently. She needs to embody her King of Wands. She needs to embody what's hidden. She needs to be able to take what's hidden and make it unhidden. If she's hiding it, she's ashamed of it. She's embarrassed of it. She's not ready to show the world, to show you. She's not ready to show herself. It may even be hidden from herself. So she's right now, she's maturing and she's trying to make heads or tails of her journey. Let's go ahead and look at our action space. We do have our King of Swords. So our King of Swords is all about coming forward with truth, communicating, texting, ringing your phone, wanting to tell you openly, honestly, what's going on. So your masculine is ready, in the next 30 days to communicate to you, or even if you guys are in union or living together, they're ready to come forward with the truth of how they feel, the truth of the connection, and bring clarity to the situation. What do we get for our divine feminine? For action space, we do get the Two of Wands. So our Two of Wands is, our twin flame card as well. It's two wands coming together, and it's a partnership. And so the actions for her, she's preparing for union. She's preparing for it. She's not there yet, but she can see it. She can see the truth of things, and she's looking at that sword, and it's very hard for her mind to make sense of things right now. So, but she can see it, and she can also see all the ocean, the water, which is our emotion, our intuition. And so her awareness is growing, and she's preparing for that union. She's getting ready. So, but she's not taking action just yet. And I don't see strong action on the masculine side either for the next 30 days, but I do see communications. So let's go ahead and get into our future energy. We have one more before we close out in terms of the tarot energy. So for the masculine and feminine, this is our future energy. So the future energy for the masculine has to do with putting an end to the painful truths. So through the communications, and also there might be some words shared by the feminine, some things might hit hard, some things might be hurtful, but the masculine will be putting an end to those things and letting them go as the masculine makes his journey to the being refreshed and being refilled by the source, by spirit. And the feminine energy in the future does have to do with commitments on earth and establishing those commitments. And so there may be some communications going on between the two of you the next 30 days. And by the end of the 30 days, you guys may be moving into a next level of your relationship. Or you're at least talking about it. But something is painful to the masculine during these communications. Maybe you guys aren't exactly on the same page as to what you want to do right now with those commitments and earthly structures. But 10 is all about putting it behind you, right? So whatever verbal communications are hurtful, and it may have to do with the truth of the matter, because they're wanting the truth of the matter is on their mind. And so it might have to do just with the way the feminine is communicating, or the feminine is still in confusion. They're not really sure, what is this about? Do we stay together? I don't know. And these words might be real painful to the masculine. But the feminine is moving into the place where she wants to talk about the commitments and what those mean. It's just you guys might be on slightly different pages by the end of the 30 days or 40 days. Remember, this is just current energy, and after these 30 days flow, new energy will be coming in. So let's go ahead and dive into private messages between you and your person, and anything that the Virgo masculine wants to communicate to his feminine. Okay, we are working together in unison on healing our wounds. So there may be a sense of wounds that each of you carry, either from this relationship or from the past. And he's wanting to let you know we're both working on it. And let's see if we have any energy that wants to be communicated directly from the feminine. Okay, we do get a looking at your beautiful face makes my heart melt. So the feminine does have a strong feeling she wants to communicate to the masculine, even though something might be painful that he may be experiencing by the end of the 30 days. Again, this is putting pain away, though. This is also releasing pain, releasing those harsh, hurtful or painful words or experiences. It's also releasing it and moving forward. So that focus on the energetic push going forward, and focus on what you want, because that's what you draw to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the numbers. I do like to take the third energy and future energies and see what the advice is numerically. So we do get a 10 and a 6, so it's a 16, so we get a 7. And for the feminine, we do get a 10, and our lovers is a 6, so we get, wow, we also get a 7. Yeah, there's 10, 10, and I'm just noticing that. That's fascinating. Okay, you both get a 7. You both have a 10 on the bottom and a 6 on top. Wow, okay. So a 7 basically has a lot to do, 7 is a very spiritual number. 7 is everything about, God rested on the 7th day, taking time to reflect, to reevaluate It's a very reflective. You both might have a desire to charge forward, to make changes, but this number is all about you're not making changes yet. You're not moving forward yet. You're considering what to do. You're thinking about what to do. You're communicating what to do. It's a very spiritual number, so it's no surprise that it comes up. Usually we get a lot of 1s, 3s, and 7s and 1s when we have soul twin connections. You might be seeing the number 7 or 77 or 777. 7 might be a special number between you guys. Let's see if we get anything else in the numbers. If you watch my channel, you know I love animal, emotional, energetic information and new number information. So we get a 1 and a 6. This is going to be a 9, a 2. We do get 2 2s on the feminine side. The Knight is going to be a 13. Our King is a 5, and we get a 4 and a 6. So we do get 2 6s, and we do get 2 2s. So 2s are all about that partnership, and it's all about what to do in terms of partnership. And so partnership is heavy in her energy. What this partnership means, what does it mean moving forward? What does this energy mean for her? And we do have 6s. 6s are very strong energies about what is above is also below. Bringing what is above below. They have a strong soul connection, of course, to them. This is often our past life energy as well. So she may feel that in her energy these next 30 days. What we see for the masculine, we do have a 9. Wow, we've got 2 9s. Our Magician is the 1. We do have a 2 and a 5. We have a 4 and another 5. Another 4 and a 7. So the masculine does have 2 4s, 2 9s, and 2 5s. 5 is all about changes. Changes will happen. Changes are taking place. But as the 7 says, they are slow. Don't take action. Consider what to do. Reflect and reevaluate. 4s are all about building those foundations. See, what you can see in his energy, he's very ready to build those foundations. He's got that Hierophant card. He's got his 2 of Cups. He's got his Ace of Pentacles. He's ready to build these foundations. And that's what our 4 energy is, our Queen of Pentacles as well. But he also has the 9 energy, which is all about ending cycles. And we can see that here, that something is going to be communicated and it's painful, and it's likely around the commitments that maybe she isn't ready for just yet. And 9s are all about remembering this is just a cycle and it's coming to an end over the next 30 days. And then you're going to have new, fresh energy moving forward. So don't get bogged down in the stress and in the worry, because you've got this and Source has got you, okay? So thank you so much for joining me, and I love having you all pop in. If you want to learn a little bit more about your connection, the feelings and thoughts, and we do go into wants, desires, and actions. We do that on our You versus Them Sundays. All right, please comment on what resonates with you. Let me know what you're going through in your soul journey so that I can connect to your energy and read for you. And please like and share and subscribe, and I will see you lovelies again next Saturday. Okay, today though I think it will be posted earlier this week. All right, take care.